most important to Nevada. And now, from Washington, D.C., here's Marilee Joyce.
And good day to you. I'm Marilee Joyce, and this is Eye on Washington, the only statewide Nevada news program produced in Washington, D.C. Every week, Eye on Washington takes you straight to Capitol Hill for a discussion with Nevada's delegation and other leaders about the federal matters that matter to you. Today's topic, serving those who have served us, how one Nevada leader says he's fighting for our veterans, and he is my guest today, Nevada U.S. Congressman Ruben Kihuen. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you, Marilee. Thank you for the invitation.
As veterans transition out of the military, they of course seek good-paying jobs, but do they have the skills for those positions? Well, today on Eye on Washington, we'll find out what my guest is doing to make sure veterans are prepared for high-paying positions. We'll tell you how his first legislative effort helps colleges to help those returning soldiers, and later we'll get his take on veterans' health care and other veterans' issues. All business owners, regardless of the good or services offered, are looking for the same thing. They want a talented staff. And nowadays, talented means the ability to meet the demands of our fast-moving, fast-changing economy. Well, that's why the congressman has introduced a bill to help ensure veterans have the skills they need to fill jobs in their local communities. It's called the Service Training, Education, and Preparation, or STEP, for Veterans Act. It would help community colleges prepare our veterans for the modern-day workforce. It provides grants to schools to support or establish and certificate programs for veterans looking to re-enter the civilian workforce. And Congressman, now these grants would help the veterans obtain the skills and the training they need for the jobs of both today and the future. Is that right? That's
right. Well, first of all, again, thank you for having me here today.
Thank you.
You know, Nevada has one of the highest percentages per capita of veterans in the country. You know, part of it is because we have Nellis Air Force Base, Creech Air Force Base, and folks end up retiring and staying in the state of Nevada. And so for me, this is my first bill introduced here in Congress. During the campaign trail last year, I made a promise that my priorities were going to be in higher education and veterans. So my first bill was the STEP Act that you talked about. I'm very proud. I mean, look, we have a lot of companies that want to relocate to Nevada. They're looking for well-trained workforce. This bill would invest money in community colleges to be able to retrain our veterans who are leaving military service and be able to get them back on their feet and working.
And we should point out that it unites the community colleges with our
Correct.
Local businesses as well. How does it work?
That's right. So this bill would help do an analysis of our economy, our local economy in Nevada, to see what are the jobs that they're looking for. You know, what are the employers that are looking to hire, you know, what do they need? In what certain areas do they need to be trained? And so this bill would help do an analysis and then help us identify where our weaknesses are and then invest money in the community colleges to be able to train these veterans and fill them with those positions.
Why this is your first piece of major legislation? Why the focus on veterans?
Well, look, I mean, our veterans served our country. They went out and fought for our country. Many of them gave their lives for our country. And the least that we can do for those who come back is to provide them an opportunity to reestablish their life. And I just find a job from the health services that they may need. Many of them come back with PTSD. They need to be able to have the right treatment. And also, we got to show them respect, that we thank them for their service to our country. And what a better way to do that than to help them get back on their feet and help their families out.
You know, on a previous Eye on Washington show when you joined us, you talked about, we did a full show on education, and you talked about why education with your own background, et cetera, is so important to you. How does this sort of tie together your focus on education and your focus on veterans at the same time?
Absolutely. So Nevada, you know, we still need to diversify our state's economy. We're not going to have a diversified economy without investing in our education system. And part of investing in our education system is also investing to help our veterans get the education that they need to be able to go out there and fill those jobs of the future. And so this is all interrelated. If we want to diversify the economy, let's have a well-trained workforce. What kind of workforce? Let's get those veterans. I mean, those veterans, sure. If there's anyone that can get things done, it's the veterans. You know, they know how to fix planes and you name it. And so let's get them back to work.
And you felt as well that some of those coming home they don't have the training that are needed, not only for the jobs of the future, but the jobs of today.
Correct. And they come back with a lot of skills, but unfortunately they can't come back here and just work for, you know, an airline. You know, they want to come back and be able to stay here in their local community and be able to not just earn a living, but, you know, make a good livable wage to be able to pay for their bills and get good benefits. And so that's what we're looking to do with this bill.
Excellent.